Hello, Shakira. Can you tell us your role at USPAACC and how long have you been working there?
Hello, Melissa. I'm Chakera, and I've been the Outreach and Program Manager for USPAC's Midwest chapter here in Chicago since February 2023.
Can you go into a little bit more detail about what you do as the program manager?
Of course, for the CNPP, so Community Navigator Pilot Program, I supported small businesses by providing counseling and training services. I would help address key areas such as financial planning, access to capital, some technical assistance, marketing, and also obtaining business certifications. Through this role, I also help to facilitate monthly training webinars and in-person workshops, one of each per month, with topics ranging from, the topics we also counsel on.
That sounds a lot. So can you tell us, like for people who are not familiar with the CNPP program, right? Can you speak a little bit more about that?
Of course, the Community Navigator Pilot Program, funded by the U.S. Small Business Administration from a period of time between 2021 to 2023. So it was meant to run for a two-year time period. This program was the SBA trying to reach out and support, small businesses in sectors that or places that they haven't had as much of a success of getting them to be involved with the SBA, not knowing that there are resources and the SBA is trying to provide them support. So through this, through CNPP, the goal was to find community organizations that have those relationships, that have a presence in those communities, and be able to provide that support with the language support, with the background, with the history, with the community, and to be able to support those small businesses that were recovering from the pandemic that might have still been struggling and really just don't have as much access to what the SBA has been offering.
Right. So I'm sure you worked with, quite a number of people at this point, right? So are there any success stories you can share with us?
Of course. So I would love to share a little bit about the communities that I got to work with here in Chicago. So our office is based here in Bridgeport, which is only about 10 minutes away from the Chinatown area. I myself speak Mandarin Chinese and as well as Cantonese. So my goal really was to empower small businesses with that resource and give them more of that expertise specifically to support that Pan-Asian American community and specifically Chinese American business owners. By being able to speak their language, I was able to visit them door to door as well to let them know what kind of resources we have. Of course, I don't only connect just door to door. I even have just if I've known another business owner before and they've used the service, they also are very generous with referrals. If something works, if they've met someone they trust, they would kind of refer outwards. So one of the business owners I came into contact with, he was not having the easiest time securing a loan to kind of push their business to the next level. They were working on a contract with a local grocery chain to get his product onto their shelves, but he didn't have that capital in order to source more of that product from his home country. It's coffee beans. So he pursued a traditional loan because with banks, but because they've only been operating for a year, banks prefer to work when there's been a history of at least 2 operating years. Grants are also an unpredictable source for capital. We applied for a few, but unfortunately none of them stuck. So this took a couple months. It also took, just once again, meeting him through a network and me expanding that network to continue to support all these business owners. What finally worked, and, looking for a really realistic opportunity for this business owner. They were finally able to procure a loan through an SBA community microlender that I met through an SBA event. After I met this individual, I knew exactly who they could help. And I made the connect right away. And, afterwards, the business owner reflected to me that the microloan process and working with that lender was one of the simplest ones he'd had with all of his experience and all the people he'd interacted with.
Wow, that sounds very encouraging. I'm sure the business owner, with the, funding from SBA, he would be able to, source more materials from his home country to the supermarket.
Yes.
Any other special cases that you could remember or share with us?
Course. So uh, I mentioned that I joined in February, but by about the springtime, I believe April or May, we were also able to onboard two business um, advocates. And what they would do is work with me on the door to door. They would help promote the program. They would help use, their native language to connect with Asian American business owners to let them know that there was this program, this SBA powered program that could help them provide them free resources. In the summer in Chicago is the perfect time to be doing door to door. And the culmination of it, I believe, this was the biggest push we had. In August, the Cook County of Illinois had a grant program called the Cook County Source Grant for 2023, and we were going door to door to let business owners know that it was a very specific grant to Illinois and Cook County, and Chicago's in Cook County, that we wanted them to take advantage of. We wanted them to know about, because this grant was accessible to any business owners who were hardest hit by COVID-19. They had to be in business prior to 2020, meaning they pushed through and they didn't close down during the pandemic. And they had less than 20 full-time employees located in Cook County. That was the basic criteria in order to be kind of eligible for the grant. And this push, we were promoting this for 2-3 weeks out. We were all the time, businesses, we were posting on Facebook about this, and we reached out to at least 16 clients who were actually interested in pursuing this grant opportunity and put in their applications. And then out of those 16, we had 5 recipients. And I would say that some of the recipients have been very, just when they reflect back to me about how this grant program was able to help them. One of the business owners was still struggling to recover from the pandemic. He runs a Chinese takeout restaurant. He told me that his numbers hadn't reached back to his 2020 numbers yet, and it was already 2023 when we were working together on this grant. So when he received his award, he was notified he would be awarded $20,000 through this program. And he had reflected to me that it really took a weight off his shoulders, and he was very grateful and thankful that there was an organization, someone who was specifically helping Asian American business owners. He hadn't heard of this grant before. He didn't know it was available the years prior, and he'd been struggling. And this was also the first time he reached out to a small business kind of development support organization through USPAACC Midwest, through the Community Navigator Pilot Program.
Wow, your job must be so rewarding.
It really was it. And then when the awards came out, just being able to guide them through that and being so happy for the owners who were able to secure that grant funding. It's a
Wow.
very rewarding time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so many business owners, right, have experienced hardship, whether you're brick and mortar or service or product. And the fact that, you have something to kind of rely on for, and fall back on and help you continue to grow and thrive, I think that is truly, truly key. I think that this CNPP program is coming to an end, correct? And will you still be focusing on, helping Asian-owned businesses as a whole, or are you going to transition to another, area?
I think that the goal is to not give up the momentum that we have built up through the Community Navigator Pilot Program. I do believe that, those who were able to engage with the program, those who entered in and into that network and receive the support that they were looking for, I think all of them would want to say, yes, we hope to see programming like this continue. And the orgs who are involved with the Community Navigator Pilot Program, I believe this is a part of our mission. So the Community Navigator Pilot Program is a part of that. And we do hope to see efforts like this continue. And I believe all of the orgs are here to continue to support their communities, to continue to provide that support and counseling to small business owners.
Right. So for business owners who may not have heard of USPAC or may not have been benefited, right, from the CNPP program, are there ways for them to connect with USPAC and maybe take advantage of, all these amazing programs in the future?
Of course, and even after the program, all of our spokes through USPAC are actually all of the regional chapters. So all of the regional chapters can be reached and contacted through USPAC's main website, which is USPAACC, USPAACC.com. From there, you will find all of the chapters, our contact information, our office locations, and as I wanted to say, we're still in operations. We're still here to support the small business community for Pan Asian Americans.
Thank you so much.